The Analects of Confucius, read by Angus Cargill. Book 15, Duke Ling of Wei. The master said, "In my dealings with men, whose evil do I blame, whose goodness do I praise beyond what is proper? If I do sometimes exceed in praise, there must be ground for it in my examination of the individual." This people supplied the ground why the three dynasties pursued the path of straightforwardness. The master said, "Even in my early days, a historiographer would leave a blank in his text, and he who had a horse would lend him to another to ride. Now, alas, there are no such things." The master said, "Specious words confound virtue. Want of forbearance in small matters confounds great plans." The master said, "When the multitude hate a man, it is necessary to examine into the case. When the multitude like a man, it is necessary to examine into the case." The master said, "A man can enlarge the principles which he follows. Those principles do not enlarge the man." The master said, "To have faults and not to reform them. This indeed should be pronounced having faults." The master said, "I have been the whole day without eating, and the whole night without sleeping, occupied with thinking. It was of no use. The better plan is to learn." The master said, "The object of the superior man is truth. Food is not his object. There is ploughing. Even in that there is sometimes want. So with learning. Emolument may be found in it. The superior man is anxious lest he should not get truth. He is not anxious lest poverty should come upon him." The master said, "When a man's knowledge is sufficient to attain, and his virtue is not sufficient to enable him to hold, whatever he may have gained, he will lose again. When his knowledge is sufficient to attain, and he has virtue enough to hold fast, if he cannot govern with dignity, the people will not respect him. When his knowledge is sufficient to attain, and he has virtue enough to hold fast, when he governs also with dignity, yet if he try to move the people contrary to the rules of propriety, full excellence is not reached."